Hi guys, it's Tuesday Friday with FIXITGEARWARE-SECURITY, and today's an awesome day. It's quite a good day today, and we are very glad that we are here to present a new tool for you today. After missing the episode last week, we sincerely apologize for that because we're quite working on a lot of stuff, including the C programming course, which we promised should be out, and it's quite a challenge because we are trying to fit in the content to be timeless, in the sense that when you take those courses you do not need to like start looking for materials out there in understanding C. So I hope you understand and you bear with us that for quite some time we have missed a series of our episodes on coding session, on Q&A series, on book review series. By the time we're done with the C programming course, we'll gradually fill in other of those episodes and series back to the normal program, but we won't start everything as well because we also be continuing into the other paid course, which is cybersecurity for beginners. So please bear with us as we aim to make sure that these contents we produce is not just going to be something you pay or part away with your hard-earned money. You know how the economy is so hard, but at the same time, after you have paid for these courses, you'll be able to get your money's worth. That is the goal. So it's not about selling courses out there for people to buy. Our goal is to make sure that these courses would meet the modern standards for those who do not have the fundamentals or the foundation when it comes to these subject matters in cybersecurity. And by that, we mean by coding, or if we're talking about introduction to cybersecurity, what you should know, the basics, the fundamentals. So please bear with us. And of course, we've been keeping up with our blog posts and our daily security tips. So we are trying our best. And thank you for those who have been liking our content, following us up on our various social media. We are grateful. We consider you as our social media family. And to us, your likes, your comments, your follows, they all mean a lot to us. So we're not taking you for granted, even though we don't have much time to reply some of these comments. But please bear with us. We would make our time to get back to the ones who have asked pertinent questions that are very important. And for the others, we'll also give you the hearts emojis to show our appreciation. So for today, the tools we are going to be discussing is a VPN tool we designed at FIXITGEARWARE-SECURITY for bug bounty hunters and penetration testers alike. When it comes to bug bounty, we know that everyone, not just you or me, anyone who hunts for bug bounties deal with a lot of targets. So these targets, you can either use your recon tools, custom automated recon tools to, get these subdomains and informations, right? Then after that, you also have to filter these by probing these various subdomains or domain you gathered to ensure that they are valid informations where you can now further test for vulnerabilities. And one of the challenges when it comes to this is that you and I know that we have to do this over our computer, over the network, which is our own personal IP address. And of course, these organizations who host these programs have a lot of people participating in the bug bounty program, right? Which of course means that the various endpoints or servers which are hosting these resources or domains which we are all hunting for would be receiving a lot of probes in terms of attacks or automation testing tools, right? So when it comes to web security, we do not know what the organization's web security administrator has administered on the back end of the server in terms of blocking your ISP after a series of attempts in terms of probing their network. So this also has a challenge in its own that you would now be faced with either have to wait for the temporary block, which was implemented on your IP address to elapse, or alternatively, you have to use proxy chains. And of course, we know how it's difficult to use proxy chains, especially when you're chaining this proxy chain with various automation tools. And not just that, we also have the challenge when it comes to buying proxies. Not everyone is rich. Not everyone has the resources to get all this proxy list to now automate their process, right? So at FIXITGEARWARE-SECURITY, we took our time. We know about this for a long time, but we've not been using it because we also have our own proxy list we use. But considering the fact that others also need help, we decided to build this script today and sharing this script to you guys so that you can use this script if you do not have money to buy a proxy list to proxify your system and run your automation tools. So what do we mean by this? Let's say you testing for SQL injection, right? You're testing for SQL vulnerability injection. So you can just proxify your system with these free VPN servers, then run your SQL map or whatever SQL automation tools that you use to test for SQL vulnerabilities, right? So once you discover the endpoints that is vulnerable to these SQL injection parameters, right? You can now disconnect the proxy, now run these payloads with your own IP address. So it's like the proxy serves as a prototype. Let's consider it as a prototype, right? Whereby you have to get your information first. Then after you've gotten your information, you now disconnect from this proxy list and now test with your IP address. As we all know that when you are submitting your bug, you have to submit your information, which includes your IP address for the bug bounty triages to verify this information that actually it was you that owns this report, right? So that being said, we decided to build a shell script that automates a few proxy lists owned by VPN book. So the shell script, we named it AutoVPN. So AutoVPN is a very cool tool. We designed it for you bug bounty hunters out there. And of course, sharing a few tricks on how you can use this VPN services to proxify your entire system without the need of you installing any third-party applications or trying to install any packages in terms of those who write contents with Python programs. It's just a simple script, but definitely it's going to serve the purpose, which is the aim why we designed the script for you bug bounty researchers out there. So enough of the stories. Let's head on to today's episode. AutoVPN as a tool we know is a shell script written by us at FIXITGEARWARE-SECURITY. The aim is to help bug bounty hunters to unblock and use their automation tools in testing. So to use this AutoVPN, once you turn it on, you can use your automation tools such as Bob Suite. You can use the automation tools as SQL Map or any other automation tools, even if it's your personal Python script you wrote by yourself for testing your various vulnerabilities. Once you have tested, because you'll be sending mass payloads, right? And you don't want your ISP to be blocked and thereby limiting you from having access to further pen test these targets. So if you are using AutoVPN, you can just proxify your system, run your various automation tools so that even if they block those IP addresses, you can now switch to other servers. And that will also help you to also save your own IP address from unnecessary blocking and making you miss out on bug bounties, right? Then after that, you've gotten your various endpoints that are vulnerable. You can now switch it off. And of course, now just run the payload directly and build your reports. So it takes a good advantage of the open VPN servers owned by VPN Book, as we rightly discussed before. It is fast and reliable, and of course, comprises of over 48 proxy servers that runs on open VPN clients across 6 geopolitical zones. So to read about AutoVPN, you have to visit our GitHub URL, which is in this presentation, and follow the instruction that is described in the readme.md file that is on our GitHub account. So it's a straightforward installation, but there's a caveat. For those who are running VirtualBox machine or VMwares, you have to set your adapter or the network settings to a bridge adapter. Okay, we tried it with various connectivity to see how the proxy works. And of course, we discovered a few hiccup along the line, but the perfect configuration that works that we at FIXITGEARWARE-SECURITY tested these VPN servers is using your network as a bridge adapter. So once you set this up on your VirtualBox machine, you're good to go to use AutoVPN. So with that being said, let's just move on to demonstrate those VPN services and of course show you how to run it on your VirtualBox machine. So to do that, we have to log in into our Kali Linux machine. Then the next thing we have to do is we have to open our terminal first. That is where we want to use the AutoVPN. We previously tested it here, so we have to delete this. Then next we open our browser and we head on to GitHub, our GitHub account. If you don't know how to access our GitHub account, just visit our website. Then you scroll down to the bottom of our page. You'll be able to see the various social menu icons. Then you select the one that has the GitHub icon. So here you can scroll down. You can see here, just click here. And it should take you there. Then you click on repositories. But later I'll be setting it up as our pinned repository later. Then you click on AutoVPN, this. And you come here, code, copy this, okay? Then you can now close your browser if you want to close your browser, or you can leave it open. So for me, I prefer putting the AutoVPN on my desktop, okay? Very simple, so that I can be able to access it and run the VPN whenever I want to use the internet. So I can cd to my desktop. Then I just say git clone. Sorry about that. Then I paste the URL. We just copy it and I hit enter. So in a few seconds, we should have our repository cloned into our desktop. Good. Now, the next thing we want to do, we just want to cd into AutoVPN. Then we can ls. So these are just banner images. You can ignore that. So the most important file here is this. You can see it's already on read, write, and execute, the autovpn.sh. So how do I now run this? Okay, you need to be a super user do, but if you do not want to run it as a super user do all the time you run the script, just go through the documentation. Let me show you this so you can understand. We gave you an instruction on how to convert it into a binary file, okay? And just run this. So go through the documentation, it's very straightforward. And at the bottom, you can see here, this is the username and this is the password. So just go through the documentation. It's a short one and straightforward, no long grammars. So we go back, we say, okay, sudo, then we say dot autovpn.sh. Of course, we provide our Kali Linux password. Good. Now, you can see here, we also listed the username here and password for you to, have an easy access to this if you find it hard to scroll through the end of the documentation, okay? Then these are a list of servers here. You can see if we grouped it so you can understand what server you want. If you're familiar with various ports, UDP, TCP, just be very familiar with these port numbers and how to use them. So in cases whereby TCP is quite slow, you can use UDP. UDP is quite fast. Then what else? So you follow the on-screen instruction. This is where it's very important. Let's say we decide not to choose any number, and you can see it's going to throw an error message. And if we decide also to run it and choose a server number that is not within the description, let's say we choose 50, it's still going to throw an error. So your number should be between 1 and 48, because currently AutoVPN serves only 48 servers, which is owned by VPN Book. So be mindful of the numbers you insert. It's very important. So go back again, we run autovpn.sh. So let's say we decide to choose one, and we put our username, VPN Book. It's going to ask for the password. Just come here, copy it. It's not that difficult. And you paste clipboard. I'll use paste clipboard, and you hit enter. Then you wait for a while. Now, you can see before the connection is established, you can see here, this IP address. You can see the VPN IP install. Click. You can see here. So this is the VPN IP. Now it means your system is proxified. So what number did we choose? We chose 1, right? And if we go here, 1 is Canada under UDP 53. Now let's come here and say, what is my IP? Okay, hold on. Do I have it here? It's okay. So I can say, what is my IP? We should be in Canada right now, if I'm not wrong. Precisely Quebec. Okay. So yeah, Quebec. Montreal, you can see, right? And this is our IP address. Okay, let's use ip2location.com. It's much better and gives a more better information so you can understand what you're using. And of course, check spam detection if the VPN server has been used for spamming. But honestly, VPN book servers are trusted because there's a series of connection it makes from the terminal, right? You can see it's a VPN server, security threats, none. You can see when you see this minus here, it means there's no security threats. And you can see your zip code, you can see your coordinates, you can see where the VPN server is situated in Canada. The region is Quebec and the city is Montreal. So it's very simple. It's not complicated. Now, the beauty is that you can also use it with your pop suite. You don't need to set any proxy. And you can see we did not do any configuration here about our proxy. Okay, let's type proxy so you can see. There is no proxy configuration because it use system proxy. So the entire system right now is proxified. Just a simple approach. No need to do, if you're not very good with network configuration, such as configuring proxies for browser or configuring your system to be proxified, just follow the on-screen instructions we have demonstrated, and that's how you get this running. You do not need to set any proxy. So if I also close this right now, and I come here, where's our Bob sheet? Do we have it here? This system? Okay, we do. Well, it should be outdated anyway, because it's not our major system. So we'll wait for a while. It's okay. Don't need Jerry. Okay. Sorry about it. I'm supposed to click OK, right? Okay, accept. Okay, so now you can see start Bob sheet. Go back. Oh, so this Bob sheet is outdated. Sorry, it's outdated. You cannot update this right now. It's going to take some time to run this. Could not create file this. So this particular Bob sheet is outdated. Sorry about that. And the binary file, we did not install it, but it's okay. It works with Bob sheet. Okay. You don't have anything to worry about. Let's accept this. This conflicting error is always happening when it comes to an outdated Bob sheet, especially if you're using the community edition. You would always have these issues. So it works with Bob sheet. You can see here, right? You can see this version of Bob sheet is 3 months ago. This system is basically for training purposes, and basically we do not touch the system. Nothing so important here. But let's just close this. It doesn't matter. And let's go to proxy and we click on open browser. It's going to pop out Chromium. So it's just for you to see that you do not need to set any proxy on your Bob sheet. Open browser. Okay, it's not working here. 3 months ago. I don't know why. Let's quit this first. So this Bob sheet is outdated. And honestly, I don't have that time right now to update this. I hope it runs this time around. But as you can see, the Bob sheet is running. So it's no issues with that. I just want to show you that if we open the browser, proxy, okay. So it's outdated. That's the issue we have here with this one. It's not going to work. It's been 3 months. So just run your Bob sheet. It's not a challenge. It's not a problem. You can easily use this with Bob sheet. Okay. I'm just going to switch this off right now and switch it on to our other computer and show you that it works with Bob sheet. The other computer has the updated Bob sheet. So it works very well. Just ensure that your Bob sheet is up to date so you can launch your browser. And that's how you use AutoVPN that is developed by FIXITGEARWARE-SECURITY. But I'm just convinced right now that I need to show you this so you can understand. Okay, so let's close this first, clear this. Let's run another server. So let's just choose a random server. Let's choose 28. Okay, VPN book. And we put the password. I hope we did not copy anything different, right? Oh, we did. Okay, so we come here. We just copy this password. It's B49DZH6. B49DZH6. So it's not difficult to remember. So we chose 28, right? Let's see. Okay, failed, received, process exiting. What happened? Okay, it's okay. Let's just run it again. 28, right? VPN book. This clipboard and we hit enter. Good. So you can see, sometimes be careful how you paste that password, okay? It's very important. Alternatively, you can just type it manually. So let's check what 28 is. 28 is what number? So you can see for yourself. So we are using France under UDP 25,000, right? So let's check our IP address again. Don't worry, I will switch on to the other PC to show you that it works with Proxy. You don't need to set any proxy. We should be in France right now. You can see our IP address has switched over. And we just wait for a while. Okay, now you can see we're in Roblox. Hot the France, country is in France. So you see, very fast, very straightforward. You don't need to set any proxy, okay? So I would love to show you this on Bobsuit as well. So you know it's not a Fugazi. It's not a pixie dust, okay? So let's close this and we clear this and we power off, okay? So in the meantime, let's switch over to other machine. Okay, guys, let's use the system to show you for Bobsuit, okay? Really, I don't have time to update that system right now. So I will switch to my desktop and I will switch into the directory, AutoVPN, and clear this ls. You can see we also have a binary file here, okay? So let's just run AutoVPN. No need to use sudo. Okay, now I just select, what server should I select? Okay, let's just try TCP. Let's try 38 in Germany. Okay, we put it to VPN book and where's the password. So we're in Germany, right? Copy selection and we paste the clipboard and we hit enter. So you can see very fast and it's completed, right? And what should I do next right now? Okay, so we're here to show you for Bobsuit, right? Bobsuit. Should I use my Pro or Jarok? Okay, let me just use this one. Okay, so you can see it's very straightforward. The entire system is proxified right now. So you can use it to test your targets, especially if you're dealing with automation. Okay, don't just rush and use your IP and get blocked. Test with the proxy first, get your necessary payload that you can use to exploit this target, then copy it down into your notepad or whatever text editor or your note keeping file. Then once you're done, you can now switch off the proxy, then run this with your IP address. The reason why we say you should switch off the proxy and run it with your IP address is that it's very important because you would be indicating this in the report. And to avoid the triage from, declining your report and say, sorry, we cannot reward you because there's similar IPs also reporting this before you. So this will also help you to differentiate the time when your bug report was submitted, okay? So there's nothing so complicated about that. You can see now we are launching our Bobsuit here. So this is updated, it's up to date. The other PC is for our training purposes. So sometimes we don't switch it on except when it's important or we are running a routine update check. So this is Bobsuit. Now let's open browser. It should open right now, right? Good. So you can see our browser is open, right? It's up to date. Now let's try IP to location.com. So we're in Germany, right? We should be seeing a .de IP address right now. You can see we did not set any proxy on our browser or on Bobsuit, right? So you can see we're in Limburg and we're in Germany, and you can see the region is Hessen. So it's very simple, and you can see the security threat, it was not reported. And of course, it's going to tell you it's a VPN server. So this is very simple. Use this for your own good. Use it judiciously. The purpose is to build this for those who are not financially stable at this point in time and they are very interested in hunting for bugs or want to participate in bug bounty program. And suddenly they have this challenge of getting blocked or using proxy chains and hunting for free proxy list out there. So we decided to build a script and share it with you. Use it very well. And not just that, also give us some stars. It's very important, okay? And follow us on GitHub as well, as we'll be posting more stuff. And we'll be working on a new free VPN proxy server as well, but not soon, not so soon because we have a lot on our decks. But that we'll be working on it and we'll be sharing that for those who are interested to have a list of proxy servers they want to use for their bug bounty programs. It's not just about VPN, but there's a lot of stuff we want to churn out there. But be patient with us as we're taking one step at a time to solve all these problems and, of course, put out the contents out there we want to put for you in our very, very internal organization structured manner, okay? So it's very important that we follow our structure and, of course, make your learning path an easy one. We don't want to get you confused. We're also very interested in you knowing a lot of stuff when it comes to cybersecurity. So with that being said, please bear with us, understand, and for those who are still following us and giving us some likes, we appreciate you. We really are very grateful for your support. And please not forget to join the Discord as well if you want to get this information firsthand. Okay, so that's just a demonstration for this, and not so complicated. And this is the request we just made right now. Should intercepted it. I can say yes. And we close this and we can Ctrl+C, close the connection. And once we are done, you can see the system is off. So should we do this of the system? So that's the end of this week's Tools episode on Tools Friday with FIXITGEARWARE-SECURITY. If you find this video interesting, please do not forget to give us a like by hitting that thumbs up button, subscribe by hitting that subscribe button, and hit the notification bell to be the first to get notified when next we post another episode on Tools Friday with FIXITGEARWARE-SECURITY. And please do not forget to also give us some stars on GitHub, okay? We need those stars to make our repository start getting popular, okay? So that's very important for us as well, please, okay? So that being said, see you next week and bye for now.